You're watching 27 News at 10, South Central Wisconsin's #1 newscast with Greg Jeske and Amber Knuckle, Chief Meteorologist Bob Lindmeyer, and Sports Director Lance Fieser. This is 27 News. We've got you covered.
Doctors are backing new research that shows middle and high schoolers perform better in class and are healthier if they start the school day later. But are the schools listening to the science?
Tonight, we're digging deeper into the research and whether a new recommendation by the American Academy of Pediatrics is forcing school officials to think twice.
It's 5:30 a.m. and 12-year-old Sylvia Barbush is already up and eating breakfast. The Madison 7th grader is out the door around 7 every morning to make it to Jefferson Middle School by the time the bell rings at 7:35.
Early mornings are tough on her.
So tough, Sylvia needed a boost of energy to make it through class.
That's the reason I started giving her coffee.
Yeah, it improved your mood.
After school, Sylvia can really only manage her homework.
Usually I'll get home and I'll be pretty exhausted.
She wanted to be in theater, and then she said, I'm too tired.
Too tired.
I won't be able to get to bed on time.
Sylvia's not alone in feeling the fatigue of an early school day. Research has proven that adolescents who don't get enough sleep can suffer physically, have mental health problems, and struggle in school.
The average child's need for 8.5 to 9.5 hours of sleep a night does not change.
What does change is when the body needs rest. Doctors say it has to do with a hormone called melatonin that plays a role in your natural sleep-wake cycle. When kids hit puberty,
that cycle, that release, seems to reset to a later time in the day.
That's why Dr. Jeffrey Lamont and the American Academy of Pediatrics recommend delaying the start of class for middle and high schoolers to at least 8:30.
Setting the day to start later actually does work in sync with how their reset sleep-wake cycle is actually functioning. There is a documentable improvement in academic performance.
Madison school officials say changing the start time for students isn't an easy fix. There are a lot of logistics that go into planning the school day for all grade levels.
The start times between the high schools and the middle schools are really related to transportation.
Mike Herding is the chief of school operations for the Madison Metropolitan School District. He says they'll be talking about the research at a meeting in June.
It's certainly something we would be open to looking at.
Classes begin at all Madison high schools after 8, but pushing that back would also interfere with extracurricular activities and cost money. Other districts we spoke to face a similar struggle. Broadhead starts at 7:55, and school officials say they've considered changing that, but it would cut into after-school activities. The bell also rings in Marshall at 7:55, and the district says moving that back would impact sports as well as kids who have after-school jobs. Wanakee middle and high schoolers start at 8:15, and officials say changing the bus schedule would be the biggest obstacle. Private schools like Edgewood are also looking at the research. The high school offers a late arrival option for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. For kids like Sylvia, sleeping in on Saturdays and Sundays somewhat helps the fatigue.
On the weekends, I get like a ton of sleep because I need to catch up, so I'll get like 11, 12 hours a night.
But doctors say that doesn't completely correct the problem.
Getting enough sleep is so critical to your overall well-being.
And Dr. Lamont says one way to help your kids get more restful sleep is to set a media curfew. Make sure they turn off their phones, computers, tablets well before bedtime, and they shouldn't have a TV in their bedroom.
All right, and to learn more about the research and see the full responses from the school districts we reached out to, log on to our web channel and click on this story.